Greetings and happy Halloween, Flesh Wound Horror Freaks, and welcome to SLASHTOBER Part 3 Halloween Night. Our finale tonight, later on after Jacko. This is it, the epic conclusion. So I'm Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening.
Pugs Dread.
Namaste, trick or treat.
And Mike Kruger.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
So Kruger, one last time, let them know how it all works.
So what we do for our SLASHTOBER special is rate and review a Halloween-themed film, and then at the end of the episode, we add that movie to a list compiled from our previous episodes to vote and decide which of the films we want to eliminate, leaving us with our top 3 Halloween horror films, aka our 3 final girls. And once we get to the final episode of this season, SLASHTOBER, we will choose one of those final 3 as this season's winner. So Todd, why don't you tell us what movie we have tonight and what this year's SLASHTOBER statistics have been so far?
All right, thanks, Kruger. So far, well, our final girls are Terrifier, Trick or Treat, and Satan's Little Helper. Eliminated thus far, The Clown Murders, Stan Helsing, American Fright Fest, Halloween Night, Killer Eye Halloween Haunt, Murder Party, The Pumpkin Carver, Hack-A-Lantern, Ernest Scared Stupid, Cemetery of Terror, The Guest, and The Hazing. Up tonight for
We're still
contention.
on speaking terms, by the way, everybody.
Deserve to go.
Fuck you.
Yeah, when it comes to our voting part, remember, most Halloween movie. So anyway, up for elimination right now, we have Jacko. Dan, why don't you give us some background?
So Jacko is a 1995 film from director Steve Latshaw, based on a story by producer Fred Olen Ray. And in this one, a long time ago, a wizard was put to death, but he swore vengeance on the townsfolk that did him in, particularly Arthur Kelly's family. Arthur had done the final graces on him when he came back to life as Mr. Jack the Pumpkin Man. The Kellys proliferated through the years, and when some devil-may-care teens accidentally unleash Jacko, young Sean Kelly must stop him somehow as his suburban world is accosted and the attrition rate climbs. All right, so Jacko. So this one, number one, it's very notorious for the commentary track where some say it's a work, but
it's a work.
But
Fred Olen Ray was a wrestler. It was 100%.
I don't know what that does for Latshaw, but yeah, where there's a fight and Steve Latshaw storms out over quoting the review that called this film a shit pickle, and he flips out, walks out. Very fun commentary, work or not. And
the fact he comes back proves it's a work.
Yeah, probably, but
You're fucking ass back there, not getting paid.
Nonetheless, yeah, Latshaw does have previous history directing Dark Universe and Biohazard, the Alien Force. And I think he also did some scenes for Bikini Drive-In, which is actually a really fun
coming
movie.
to Blu-ray.
Yeah. And also worked on another Linnea Quigley movie from that came out in 1998. But was also shot the same year in 95 called Death Mask, which is interesting because nobody really talks about that one.
I don't think I've seen that, dude.
Roughly about the same quality. But yeah, little obscure, came out much later on DVD too, I believe. So Jacko, this movie does have a following. It's interesting. And I guess it's just the eye-catching artwork. I guess we can talk about that. I don't know. I know it's not a first-time watch for Todd and I. I'm not sure about you guys, but
pretty sure it's Kruger. So why don't we hear from him?
Yeah, Kruger, hot tag.
Well,
I can already tell this is going to be the most glowing review of the whole bunch.
All right. Well, I will say one of the most underwhelming intros to any slasher movie I've ever fucking seen. I knew I was in for a ride in the first 5 minutes. The acting in this movie is fucking atrocious. The editing in this movie is fucking awful. And the way the story is told is extremely choppy and hard to follow. Pacing, I thought, was terrible. By 30 minutes in, I was totally clock watching up until the end. And Jacko looks like a fucking jack off. I hated his fucking costume, and the lore to his character wasn't well told or anything. And bullshit ass kills and horrible, horrible effects. So overall, fucking hated this movie. Probably my least favorite of the bunch.
But you got it out of the way, so that's cool.
Save the best for
Checking off the list. Yeah. Well, I've actually, well, no, I don't like it, but I don't hate it. I actually like the way Jacko looks. He just looks like a spirit animatronic come to life with the lighting in the mouth. I was like, oh, this is fun. Oh, he looks fun, but it feels like, it's, like a Goosebumps TV show, but somehow they have more money here, but it looks cheaper. So that's weird. And
I'm not even convinced they had more money than Goosebumps.
You gotta love Fred Olen Ray when you're watching like stock footage of guys that had already been dead like for years at that point.
But my joy for this movie is from member berries on just seeing Jacko. I do like that pumpkin face, but I love pumpkins. I think it's pretty easy to tell. But it's not good. And I think shit pickle is a pretty accurate term. So.
Sage Sin Supreme for the reboot.
And it's 2022, so the gender swapping, perfect.
There you go.
I'm done, Dan.
That was the tag. Okay. So one thing I will say about this, as bad as it is, it does exude Halloween. In fact, I actually popped for. I'm sure a lot of people had it, but that old cackling witch that rocked back and forth. I had that, and that thing lasted forever. I had that when I was like a little kid, and that damn thing.
No wonder you love Frieza.
Lasted forever. There's different decorations and everything. It feels like Halloween. That's probably the best thing I can say for this movie. It at least gets you in the mood. I'm not sorry I watched it again. As crappy as this movie is, there is something there. So I get it. It's a bad movie. I don't know how anybody could really defend it as some cult classic. I cannot say that. It is.
By definition of cult classic, doesn't matter the content or how good the film is.
Well, yeah, but still, like it. I don't know if it deserves.
It's like that's used the way you use the word superstar, or like, basically, because everyone.
It has a surprising amount of fans, and I think Pugs more or less nailed it. It's just something about this that you saw the cover, and it just, if you saw it as a kid, it captured your imagination. The acting's terrible. Now, this movie is fun, particularly for like a riff night with your friends. It really, there is something there on that front. We also get totally gratuitous random nudity from Linnea Quigley. That and
the line of the movie. Let's see if Dan has
it. This thing too, like at one point they even go for like some political commentary, and I'm like, you're really trying to go there in this dumb fucking movie. And yeah, I mean the toaster kill, like where she just like it's so bad. I get it. Like I get it for some of the laughs. Ridiculous decapitation.
The worst fucking heads ever. Oh my god, they're so fucking bad. They're literally like mannequins with some ketchup on them.
And yeah, I mean, I guess I can say about this one, like one of the people that survive is kind of surprising. I guess, like I'll give it that. Kind of would have expected that person to get killed. But yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's kind of, Fred Olen Ray, I have a soft spot seeing all that Brink Stevens stuff from Coven, that unmade movie that appeared in a whole bunch of different things. The Cameron Mitchell, the very inebriated John Carradine. It makes it feel like a Fred Olen Ray movie. But yeah, hey, the mood is there, so who knows? We might get a little weird here. Maybe Jacko takes it all. It's possible.
Trigger might quit if that happens.
Jacko hits the jackpot.
It might. It might.
It has enough Halloween that I'm not gonna say anything.
That's what I'm
nuts.
saying. Remember, though, it's
I know.
not necessarily the best film.
Yeah, I'm with you too, and I agree with Kruger too. Though it isn't a good movie, but there's something about it that watching it back in the day, it has that shitty quality, and honestly, it's no different than something I like shitty now. I can still find this trash enjoyable. I'm not like stuck in my childhood trash, Dan. Do I recommend it to people? Probably not. But if literally the review, it calls it a shit pickle. It is a shit pickle. So, and I couldn't stop laughing with the line, "I like little boys," when she dropped. That might be problematic today.
And I'm the one being told to behave.
Well, I'm just, it's a line for the movie. I wasn't.
Carrot dangling, sir.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want a double feature, I mean, I'm not saying it's good because I don't really remember much of anything about it. I have the DVD, and I know it's out of print, but Death Mask, also Latchaw, Linnea from the same period.
I may have to ask you to send that over, Mr. Dan.
Sure. So I guess you want to go ahead and rate this one?
Yeah, let's rate it. I know Kruger's probably got tons of spoilers ready to go.
No. I'm a half star.
Ooh.
All right.
If I was rating on member berries, this would have been a 2. But I'm gonna be for real. It's a 1.5, and that's still generous. I just like the spirit animatronic guy, Jacko. Dan?
I'm a 2.
Yeah, I'm a 2 also on this one.
All right.
Yeah.
Stellar
Halloween
shit
movie.
pickles.
And how it's
All right.
gonna win.
All right. Well, let me pull that list up and see our 4 we have left. We're going to we'll whittle it down to 3. All right. So up for elimination, we have Terrifier, Trick or Treat, Satan's Little Helper, or Jack O. Kruger, what do you say?
Jacko.
Pugs, what do you say?
I am eliminating Jacko.
Are you ready for some more fighting?
Let's go.
I know what you're going to say.
Look, this is the criteria for this show.
I get it.
Be different if it was the sequel, but I cannot deny Jacko is 100% Halloween. I'm eliminating the first Terrifier.
Yeah. So it's Terrifier at the moment, Trick or Treat, Satan's Little Helper, and Jacko.
Yes, and if it was Terrifier 2, like obviously that wouldn't be the case, but you know.
Yeah, I can't. I get where Dan's coming from.
Do what you gotta do, Mr. Todd.
You know what? I'm gonna let the final 3 stand, and I'm gonna eliminate Jacko, only because we're gonna have to continue on, and I think the fights are the more important ones coming up.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see.
I don't see Jacko being our final of the year.
Dan did for some fucking reason.
I said it's possible. You never know. It's been a weird tournament.
It hasn't really been, Dan.
You're
You've just
shitting
been
on
making it
hazing.
weird. That movie fucking sucks, dude. You're out of your
Oh.
goddamn mind.
The hazing is won over people that don't even like that kind of movie, and I'm
not one of them either.
Well, he also doesn't like Return of the Living Dead, and that's what
Movie
I'm going to
sucks.
throw out there. Oh no, it
Sucks.
I don't get based on
Unlikable
what you
characters.
like.
Fucking annoying.
Return of the Living fucking
All of them.
Dead?
All those punks.
Oh my god,
fucking-
that is
the,
fucking
the,
bullshit.
the UNITA employees. Fuck all of them.
Oh my god.
I'm glad that ending happened now, but unfortunately, it didn't stop them from making more.
Not even Clue.
Clue's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. But
They were cool.
we're not having this conversation now. I'm supposed to have that with
Yes.
Chris. So we have
All
more
right.
arguing to do.
Yes, and yes. Okay. So do we? We've never done it. Like, we're doing it a little different this year.
The 3 final girls that we have, and then we have our final survivor.
Do we want to eliminate them one at a time, or just pick our final?
I think pick the final now at 3.
All right.
And then if that comes to blows, then
All right. So our
everybody yeah, everybody pick their own, and then we'll go from there.
Terrifier, Trick or Treat, or Satan's Little Helper? What are you picking, Kruger?
I mean, even though it's not, and I'm not going to argue with you guys, it may not be the most Halloween out of all of them, but for me, it's a tradition to watch this movie during Halloween. And upon rewatches, Art carving up people's faces like pumpkins in the beginning of the movie, and the fact that Halloween 2018 ripped that off from Terrifier. Terrifier is going to be my winner.
Okay.
Oh, a little side note though, and maybe this shouldn't play into factor or not, but now since we do have Terrifier 2, I'm gonna always watch those two together, and
that.
It does make a good companion piece to the more Halloween movie later on.
All right, Pugs.
Well, this may come as a surprise to you people, but I'm actually going to vote for Satan's Little Helper. I love that movie. Yeah.
All right.
And it hurts me to not pick Trick or Treat, but I'm going to go with my heart here.
Well, I'm going to go next and put it on Dad for once. I'm going to go with, since Pugs didn't pull the trigger, 1986's Trick or Treat.
Ooh, three-way tie.
Should I have not gave Dan that much power? Did I?
They already fucking did. All right.
Watch him swerve us all and pick Terrifier.
How would that make any?
It's like Austin and McMahon shaking hands.
So again, I really enjoy all three of these movies. I have to factor a lot of different things in, and we're in 2022. Where am I at? What brings me the most joy? Terrifier. I'm not going to keep you in suspense.
The goal is
on that.
to have the most Halloween film.
Yes, Terrifier is not, and that's not to take anything away from the movie. But again, if I feel like watching that, I'm not going to wait till Halloween. I can just watch that in June.
Well, you can do that with anything, dude.
True, but
let him have it.
True, like it doesn't have enough, and it's not central to the movie. It's not.
A clown walking around in public.
So,
okay.
For me, and it's up against two undeniables in terms of Halloween mood and feel. Yeah. So I'm gonna. All right. I watch it more often. I do think it's a lot of fun. There's things you can pick at for sure. I love Jeff Lieberman, and I love Satan's Little Helper. That wins it.
All right.
Cool.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with my rocks.
Yeah. I know a lot of people might go Trick or Treat, but
it's awesome. But
yeah,
I would say that Satan's Little Helper is a little more Halloween than Trick or Treat. I want to see fucking
sure.
Sammy Kerr fuck everybody up. When this one, I like, can you have a nice day and the devil just take him trick or treating?
Yeah, it's fun. It makes me laugh, makes me feel like the holiday.
And it's now on Blu-ray too. So
it is on Blu-ray. Yeah,
this is not paid promotion either.
It's fun. There's been a lot of people that like when I first saw that, it took a while. It wasn't immediate, but I'd bring it up a lot. Nobody had ever heard of it, and I noticed as the years rolled on, that really has been gaining a pretty big cult following.
It had that super shitty Blu-ray. I don't know if you remember, where the DVD was much better quality. It was just horrible. I was really excited because I was able to buy it on digital finally, and now Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's that horrible Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's one of those 2000s little gems that is just fun. It's just a fun movie, and it hits all the right notes for me. So there you go. We have our champion.
All right.
That was way smoother than I thought it was going to be.
I will say,
thinking the guest was going to win.
So, what, as far as something that was eliminated, would you guys have pushed all the way?
Oh, you want what? Which one?
The guest.
Okay.
I don't think it would have won because it went up against Satan's.
If we were gonna go as in terms of what was more Halloween, I would have been okay with Terrifier getting eliminated to keep the guest, but I am glad that Terrifier made it to the end.
Honestly, my top two picks would have been basically, well, technically it was three, but would have been Satan's Little Helper or Trick or Treat would have been my two picks.
It was just
The hazing. I would have pushed it
I
all
do.
if I could have.
Okay,
I would have fought hard. I would not want that as number one.
You would have lost.
I don't think I would have.
Just thank God you bastards didn't eliminate fucking Terrifier by Hack-O-Lantern. I would have been pissed as fuck.
You know what? Hack-O-Lantern, I think, is a great bad movie, though. That movie is so.
I wish I could agree with you.
I like it. I'm not arguing against anybody that thinks it's crappy, but it's fun.
Yeah.
So,
Jacko.
little less so, but I get it.
Yeah, but I'm fucking stoked. We got a nice Halloween movie for this weird one-off third entry in our thing. The third one's always got to be weird. So
I thought we'd be deadlocked again, honestly, and I don't know where that would have gone. Because I thought it was going to be a Terrifier. I thought Todd was going to go Satan's Little Helper. I know you like Trick or Treat, but I thought maybe.
Well, see, if you do remember going back, I said I watched I know. I watched Trick or Treat every year. I watched Satan's Little Helper probably every other year.
And I don't watch Trick or Treat every year. I'm not denying that I like it a lot, but it's not an every year watch. So there's
I've missed 2 years since that night in 1986 since I first saw it.
Oh, that you got nerd shamed for some fucking weird reason.
Remembering a date of Halloween, I got shit for. And the year the movie came out, so I knew the year the movie came out, and I knew that I watched it on Halloween. So, whatever.
Nerd. Yeah, fuck the hazing. Bottom line.
Oh, no way. So yeah, guys, be sure if you are just tuning in for some reason, go back, watch all the other episodes, and.
Also, welcome. Thanks for joining.
You're welcome. I hope you guys got some good stuff for your watch list. And, we got
Halloween in days.
Yeah. And then we got other holiday stuff coming too. So
before we get out of here, Todd, do you want to go through the list one more time for
Let's
everybody?
go through the list. In order or order of elimination? What do you think?
Order of elimination.
All right. One last time. We have the Clown Murders. Stan Helsing, American Fright Fest, Halloween Night, Killer Eye, Halloween Haunt, Murder Party, The Pumpkin Carver, Hack-O-Lantern, Ernest Scared Stupid, Cemetery of Terror, The Guest, The Hazing,
Boo!
Terrifier, Trick or Treat, and Satan's Little Helper, our winner. All right.
It's a good checklist.
And also eliminated was Jacko. I skipped that one.
Well, that was today.
Okay. So there we go. Another one in the books.
Yep.
We'll have to figure out what's happening for Christmas now.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's third entry too, right?
Yep.
It's got to be a little weird.
I'm gonna put it out there. I want a Bikini Bloodbath Christmas watch along.
Of course you fucking do.
I'll do it. I know Kruger might have computer issues.
I'll watch it just to get that line.
That'll have to be a Patreon only afterwards.
Well, yeah, of course.
If you make me watch that again, I will fuck you up.
It'll just be the whole time Krieger will just be threatening Dan.
He will go full Dan Stevens on you.
Well, Halloween's in a few days. It's gonna be
Yeah, right. Man. What a year. What a month. We hope you guys have enjoyed all the content. Check out everything you missed, the franchise shows, Hellraiser, Night of the Demons, the other SLASHTOBERs, our commentaries, all the monster stuff.
By this time, Halloween. So we'll see
if
we're talking by then.
There you go. Well, at least one that everybody liked. So at least it's a happy ending, minus the hand job. So with that being said, happy Halloween. Enjoy enjoy your candy, enjoy your good times, and go out normal trick or treating. Good night.
Normal? I don't.
And no trunk or treat bullshit. They
Oh,
go
geez.
out.
Some
get
areas it's not allowed. Some
Yeah.
people go to the mall, some people go to shopping stores.
Anyways,
Okay,
fuck the law.
Dan, come on. We'll get off your
Okay,
lawn
January
in a minute.
6th.
Okay, Boomer.
All right.
Good
No, heaven forbid children are safe trick or I'm going to let that
life.
go, and I'm going to say
No.
good evening.
Good night.
Happy Halloween, motherfuckers.
All right, check your candy. I'll see you in Disneyland.